Hello, welcome back to Cosmetic World, your trusted source for professional hair colour tips and advice. I'm Josh, and today we're going to be diving into the proper way of mixing L'Oreal Dia Colour the professional way to achieve salon quality results every time. So let's get started. L'Oreal Dia Colour Hairline. It's known for being ammonia-free and offering up to 70% grey coverage, delivering excellent results and giving a glossy look to your hair, whether you're a hair colour enthusiast or a professional looking to deepen your skills. I'm going to show you the proper mixing ratios and whisking techniques that will allow you to get the best results out of L'Oreal Dia Colour, delivering excellent results every time. L'Oreal Dia Colour is a demi-permanent hair colour solution, offering 70% grey coverage and leaving a glossy, lovely finish to your hair, making it look healthier and more natural. L'Oreal Dia Colour is a next generation hair colour offering the best technology that we currently have on the market to deliver the best results for your hair. L'Oreal Dia Colour is a tone-on-tone hair colour, offering a refresh to your hair and delivering excellent natural results that give a subtle effect, not too much, but still giving you a boost in places where you need it most, especially if you're looking for grey coverage. At cosmeticworld.ca, we stock a large range of Dia Colour hair options. L'Oreal Dia Colour Hairline offers very customizable options, given that the colours are very intermixable, allowing you to blend different tones together and create your own colour palette, as well as experimenting with colours that you haven't used before. The hair colour line offers everything from the lightest tones to more dark tones, as well as neutral and warm tones, giving you full flexibility over what you might choose. In order to mix L'Oreal Dia Colour successfully, you are going to need to select the right developer at the right strength and use the correct mixing ratios to ensure salon quality results every time. So let's move on to that. When it comes to selecting the right developer to mix with L'Oreal Dia Colour, most people would opt for L'Oreal's own Deactivator. This comes in 3 different strengths, which I'm going to go through now. The one that I'm currently holding is a 6 volume, which is a 1.8%, and it's for soft tone-on-tone colouring and for colour refreshing. There is also a 9 volume, or 2.7%, which is for standard tone-on-tone colouring, maintenance, and grey coverage. There is also 15 volume, or 4.5%, which is for stronger colour deposits and enhanced boost to your hair colour. You can also select other developers, such as this Mune Beauté, which we stock at Cosmetic World. Always check with a professional before using any of these products to ensure accuracy and that the best results will occur from your mixing process. L'Oreal Dia Colour is preferred by many salon hair colorists due to its ammonia-free base. It offers up to 6 weeks of longevity. L'Oreal Dia Colour also mixes and processes very quickly, which is great for express services and salons. Before we move into mixing the L'Oreal Dia Colour, let me show you the tools that you will need to mix L'Oreal Dia Colour successfully. You will need a set of professional scales. Today we're using the Babyliss Pro to give accuracy when you're weighing your developer and hair colour to ensure the best results. You will need a non-metallic whisk to mix your mixture together to ensure that your hair colour and developer are perfectly blended. You will also need a tint brush for application once your mixture is ready. Given that we're going to have 60 millilitres of hair colour today, we're going to need 90 millilitres of developer, thus ensuring our 1:1:5 ratio. A top tip that I always use is I mark out exactly where on my beaker I'm going to need to pour developer. Whilst we'll still be measuring the weight, so we'll know that the true amount of developer is being poured into our beaker, it's always good to give ourselves a slight help and a gauge on the side of the beaker just to ensure that we're pouring the right amount in and that we can work as efficiently as possible, which is really important in the salon when you've got lots of customers waiting and you just need to get moved on with the hair colour and the processing time. Okay, now let's move on to the actual processing of L'Oreal Dia Colour, the professional way to achieve the best results every time. As well as your developer, you are also going to want a non-metallic mixing bowl. The reason why it's non-metallic is so it doesn't affect the chemistry of your developer and hair colour mixture. Anything that could influence this overall mixture could have effects later down the line in terms of hair colour, so it's always best to be consistent from the outset and select a non-metallic mixing bowl. We stock a large range of non-metallic mixing bowls and other tools at cosmeticworld.ca. Lastly, you will need a set of protective gloves to ensure that any spillages don't get onto your skin. So to begin the mixing process, we're first going to pour out the amount of developer that we need to mix with our hair colour. We already know that L'Oreal Dia Colour mixes at a 1:1.5 ratio, as it says on the packaging, which means that for 60 millilitres of hair colour, we're going to need 90 millilitres of developer in our cup. As you can see, I've already marked here where the point of 90 is. Whilst we're going to measure it at the same time with the digital weighing scales, it's always good to give yourself a marker so that you know how much you need to pour as you're pouring. Today we're going to be using 60 volume or 1.8% activator, which is L'Oreal's own dye activator for this product. At cosmeticworld.ca, we stock a large range of different developers that you can use with L'Oreal dye color, including Mune Beauté, which is a product that we carry ourselves. So now that we've laid our beaker on the scales and we've set it to 0, we've got our protective gloves on, so we're ready to start pouring the developer into the beaker. Okay, so let's begin pouring the developer. Let's just return our scale back to 0. Okay, so we can already see that we have the mark of 90 on the side of our beaker. So as well as following our digital scale, we can also follow our marking point and begin pouring. So it's going to be roughly around this amount. And as we approach 90, we'll slow down slightly. This is very key towards kind of the approaching of the number, just to pour a little bit slower, just to ensure that you get the right amount of developer. Okay, so probably slightly more in there. Okay, perfect. We now have 90 milliliters of developer ready to mix with our hair color. So we can now move our scale out of the way. We now take our non-metallic mixing bowl, which we're going to pour our developer in, as well as our hair color. So we take our L'Oreal 4.62 dye color hair color. So take the cap off. Gently pierce a hole, and we can start to pour this. Start to pour this, making sure we get every last drop out as possible. Okay, so let's get every last drop out of there. Okay, almost there. And just always try and wipe the last little bits of hair color onto the side, just to really eke out every last drop. And then you can also turn over all of the sides of your hair color. That's it, turn over every side. Look, see, because you still get a little bit more out of the top there. So it's always best to keep turning over the sides, and that will allow you to extract as much color as possible and give you the best results that you're looking for. So let's just gently take out that last amount. And again, use the edge of the mixing bowl and just wipe it along there, because everything that we put in here will get caught with the mixing whisk anyway once we start brushing in our developer. So the next part of the process is mixing the developer into the hair color. So let's start that process by pouring the developer on top of the hair color. Again, ensuring that we get every last drop out of our container. Okay, I feel like we've probably extracted as much as possible in terms of developer. So let's begin the stirring process. So you kind of want to focus on the hair color initially and start to break that into the developer. So keep stirring, not too vigorously initially. You just want to start to blend the two elements together to create this kind of creamy mixture, as you will. Okay, so it's looking quite well stirred. Again, changing direction is very key here to ensure that you mix everything into a smooth paste. I always say the smoother the paste, the better the end result. So this part is incredibly key and should not be rushed. Sorry folks, there are no shortcuts for this one. Okay, and then changing direction. and making sure the edges, you're scraping off the edges as well to ensure that everything is completely even in terms of your distribution of hair color and developer. Okay, so we're almost there. I feel like we probably need another minute's worth of stirring, again changing direction, making sure that any additional pieces along the edges are captured. Okay, this is looking very good. You can even go up and down, sort of dragging it in, as if you were mixing different colour paints together to paint your walls. The process is very similar. Speed up right at the end, changing direction once again. It's also important just to keep it within the rim of the bowl. It can easily spill out, and this would affect the overall mixture, so keeping it within the bowl's constraints is also incredibly key. Okay, so it looks like we're pretty much there. Great. Should be a lovely colour and a lovely texture, which I feel like we've achieved here. Now let's move on to the next part of the process, in application to the hair. Once your formula is complete, apply section by section, using a tint brush, allowing full coverage of the hair and the best results. L'Oreal Dye Color is perfect for glossing, highlights and toning, and is very user-friendly. Please check the links in the description for more information about L'Oreal Dye Color and different techniques. Processing times will vary depending on the result that you're looking for. These tend to range from 5 to 30 minutes for L'Oreal Dye Color. 5 to 10 minutes is perfect for glossing and some light retouch work. For standard colour applications, you're going to look at around 20 minutes processing time to achieve the best results for your hair. For more resistant greys and for deeper toning, you'll want to leave the processing time for about 30 minutes to ensure the best outcomes. I would always recommend doing a strand test first, just to ensure that the colour application and the outcome are exactly as you're looking for before applying the colour to your entire hair. This is especially important if you have hair porosity or if you haven't applied hair colour before. After the processing time is complete, rinse thoroughly with lukewarm water until it runs clear. If you are unsure how long your processing time should be, again, either check on a strand or consult with a professional who can give you tailored advice to ensure that the outcome is what you're looking for. There is no need to shampoo immediately after rinsing your hair. Some people may choose to condition their hair to give it a nice, luxury, glossy look. The choice is entirely up to you. Cosmetic World would recommend a sulfate-free conditioner specifically designed for colour-treated hair. We stock a range of different options on cosmeticworld.ca. Come and visit us today for professional grade hair colours, tools and other products that will allow you to get the best out of your hair. Avoid using intense heat on your hair for 24 to 48 hours after colouring, just to ensure that the colour sets in the best way possible. For longer lasting results, use a colour enhancing mask on a weekly basis after colouring your hair, and give your hair a wonderfully glossy texture. And there you have it, your complete guide to mixing L'Oreal Dye Color the professional way. Please visit us today at cosmeticworld.ca. Full range of hair colours, hair developers and other hair mask and treatment products, as well as tools. If you have any questions related to this video, please leave them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Until next time, thank you very much.